Well, we've been busy outside planting all day today, and I thought I'd take a little tour around our gardens. This is our herb beds that my husband built for me about 3 years ago now. This is where we have our campfires at night, and it's a nice little sitting area because it's usually windy up here. I need to redo a lot of my herb beds this year. A lot of my herbs have either died off because they've been in here so long. There's a very old lavender plant there down at the end. Other than that, that's pretty much empty, I think, now. This is my motherwort plants, and they've really shot up this week. Probably, they were just above the ground there, about a week ago. I'll be taking a cutting off this to make some tincture and some dried tea soon. And coming down here, I'll be putting some more oregano in this empty patch here. We have a few chives. And I had yarrow in here, but it's just a little bit of it left right here. When we put in the pond last year, we were working in this area, so a lot of things got crushed, unfortunately. This is our little pond, and we're hopefully going to be getting our fish for that this week. It's really nice when you sit out here and listen to the water while we're having a campfire, and this waterfall has really helped to bring a lot of birds into our yard. They just love to sit here on the rocks and drink and have little baths. Moving over here, back behind the pond on the other side is stinging nettle. I put it back there so it would be out of the way of the kids. It's also used for a good tea. This is walking onions, or top setting onions. That's some in here. Trying to move around all the stuff. The kids have been playing out here all day. So they've got all my flower pots everywhere. This is my lemon balm. And down at the end here, we have some more chives. There's two big clumps here. At the back, right here, is the last of my sage. I started that about 6 years ago from seed, and we brought it here with us when we moved. So I've got some more sage I'll be planting this year, and probably have to take that one out. Just coming over around the corner here, I've got a little phlox plant that I transplanted last year. There's a lot of it growing wild around here. And this is one of our gardens I was working on today. We got it tilled up and planted. I just finished planting it, actually. This first row here is broccoli. No, sorry, this one's cabbage. The first row is cabbage. And then the next row is broccoli. And then the next row and a half after that is celery. So that's one of the little cabbage plants. This is an early cabbage that we'll be using during the summer. I've got the late fall cabbage down in the other garden. This is a bit more of the cabbage, and the broccoli starts down here. You can see that they've wilted quite a bit just from transplanting. But when I get them watered this evening, they'll perk back up pretty quickly. And this garden gets shade for most of the day. It doesn't get sun until about 3 in the afternoon. And it's actually one of my favorite gardens. Because it stays so nice and cool, the soil's always moist, and the cool crops grow so well. They don't bolt in the summer heat like they would in the other garden. I can keep lettuce going up here year round, and the broccoli and cabbage grow nice and steady. They don't get, a lot of the salad greens, they don't go bitter. It's really nice. And we have lots and lots of forget-me-nots. I love those. Coming down past this garden, I've still got about 5 rows in the back of the garden to plant. I'm going to be putting some lettuce and some different salad green mixes back there. And I want to put up some more peas too, because our first planting in the other garden didn't do very well. We might be bringing this garden here out about another 5 feet or so, and then putting up a pea trellis on this side. coming around the back of the barn. This is where we put our corn in. And this is actually not grass. This is mixed grain that was in our manure pile from when we put the rabbit manure in here. So it will die off pretty quickly once I hoe it down. And it's just sprouted up in the last day or so when we got a little bit of rain. The corn still hasn't popped up, but it should be up soon. I need to get back here and give it a real good watering, and that'll get it coming up pretty quick. I usually put pumpkins in here because the ground is really rich and they've done right well, so I think the corn will do very well this year as well. This garden down at the back of our property is where we're going to be putting our pumpkins and our zucchini this year. Probably the pumpkins will be down on the left side of the garden so that when they vine out, they will go down the hill more. I say on our own side of the property. The one other year we put pumpkins in up here, they were going out through the fence and in the parking lot behind us. Looked kind of funny actually. I'm thinking this year too, when I plant them in their hills, I'm going to try growing some Indian corn for fall decorations in the pumpkin hills, and it should do quite well. This little bed over here is where we were working the other day, where we put our strawberries in, and they've perked up nicely. It's really, really, really dry here. We've gone from really cold weather with a fair bit of rain to just blistering hot, almost 30-degree days, and it sucked the moisture right out of the soil. So I've got to do a lot of watering, and I'm hoping we can get some straw soon and get a mulch down on here. This big garden down here, we've got all of our white potatoes down in there. And I think the very last row, the short row, I think is purples. We're hoping next year to extend the strawberry bed down this side of the barn and maybe around the other corner too. This is our lilac bush. It still hasn't opened yet. It looks like a lot of the flowers got hit by the frost. About 3 or 4 nights ago, we had, like I was saying, some really cold weather. It was actually -5 at night. It was very cold. If it had rained that night, it would have been snow. And it looks like the frost has hit this pretty bad. I might not get any flowers after all. I'd hit our asparagus too. It's pretty much all flat to the ground. We did get 2 crops off of it, 2 small crops. It should come back okay, but I don't think I'll take another cutting from it this year. I might dig it out, clean out the bed, and then replant the roots. This garden is our new one. We just tilled this up, about 2 weeks ago maybe. And we've got this in red potatoes and purple. This is our rockiest garden. We found a lot of bedrock when when my husband was tilling this one up. None of the potatoes have popped up yet, but hopefully they will be soon. We've only had them in the ground for maybe not quite a week yet. This is our kids' garden. So we're going to be cleaning this all out tomorrow and digging in the manure that we put in here and getting all the weeds out. And they'll be planting it with some different colored potatoes and some flowers, and they've already picked out some pepper plants and tomato plants to put in.